Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Talks with Tanya. You know what we're going to do for just a moment. We're going to make sure that we are streaming live. Come on in, come on in. Make yourselves comfortable. Welcome to Talks with Tanya. I'm excited because we are streaming live on Talks with Tanya and in Hustle Slay Launch. All right, so we are on two places. Excited to be here. I am really delighted that I have an especially wonderful guest today that's going to be joining us. But first, hey everybody. I hope everyone is well and blessed. We are as well. I had a great experience this weekend. I had the opportunity to participate in a drive-by birthday celebration for my mom, my BFF, my BFF's mom, Miss Lillian Raison. We were celebrating 100 years, 100 years old. I'm so excited that we were able to participate in that and that she has been honored. She is a great woman of God, a mother of our church, just sets a wonderful example of humility and gentleness and determination. She has stood strong for 100 years, and she is a testament to what the power of God can do, what the power of love can do. Mom Raison, you are loved. I'm honored to be able to sit next to you in that church pew, okay? And that I can receive, support from you and love from you. Happiest birthday blessings, bountiful blessings. May the Lord keep you and continue to strengthen you. You are loved. You are loved. That's just such a wonderful milestone. And she is the sweetest lady, but she is not to be played with. Okay. Yeah. That's why I'm sure she's been around that amount of time. So welcome to Talks with Tanya. This is the place where we educate, we inform, we impact lives, and we do that through connections and sharing information to heal lives. I am going to share with you about today's guest. Let me just bring up her information here. Miss Bea Baylor. She's gorgeous and talented and a mentor. She is Bea Baylor, a high performance coach who provides business coaching to support women and to propel their businesses to soar. She's extremely passionate about working with high achieving women entrepreneurs who are sick of living in fear and they're ready to take their business to the next level, but aren't quite sure about where to start. Her 7 Pillars of Success program is the first step for women when they come to Miss B feeling overwhelmed with fear of success. So I am going to bring on our guest, Miss Bea Baylor. Hi, Miss B.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone out there. What an amazing day this has been. This is
Yes,
the day that the Lord has made, right?
absolutely. And we shall rejoice
And
and be
what?
glad in it. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that, Miss B. Tell us about your weekend. You had a wonderful weekend and a great occasion to celebrate.
It was a celebration from, all I could say is, at the end of that celebration required me to come home in de-stress. I had a headache because toward the end of the celebration, the parents broke down crying and they made Glammo cry. And then everyone at the restaurant started crying. I said, this too much. I gotta go.
Overflowing with emotion of happiness, right?
Exactly. And I just felt like there was not a lot. We only had like a handful with the social distancing table over here. Very unique. And mom did an amazing planning of this celebration. The restaurant was so good. The food was delish. The company was superb. Sitting there watching our granddaughter, the two grandmothers sitting there. It was a generational
Oh,
celebration.
celebration. Yes.
Loved it.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. You know what? It's just so rewarding for us to see our, our next generation just elevate and walk through. Your granddaughter, tell us where your granddaughter graduated from, and tell us about her achievements.
Absolutely. My granddaughter is such a sweet, sweet daughter. She's had a pillar of great people in her life, mentor. Mom and dad is super, super involved in her life.
Mm-hmm.
She graduated from Westlake High School, and we were so impressed with her. She's so low key, really laid back.
Mm,
She's diverse and can fit into any group culturally, and that's what's so beautiful about her.
yes.
It's in applied for over 15 colleges. All 15 accepted her, and we were in the background. Just get close to us. Just stay close right here in
Mm-hmm.
Texas. Because her other grandma was like, Arizona. No, you're not going there. It's too far. So
Using
she
your influence.
so she chose Baylor University. And we're so happy because it's like a 45-minute drive in the
Mm-hmm.
so happy that she can enjoy Baylor University, a very good campus, a really, really good school. Her
Wonderful.
major is communications. She can change that at the drop of the pen, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely there. And you know what, Tanya, we don't know what her future look like here within these next months. Is it going to be looking, on live classes on
Right.
campus? She's pretty excited to go, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that Daddy made this at the end speech, and he just tears in his eyes. I'm just not ready to let her go out in the world. And I looked at him and said, I get it. Look at you, though.
Exactly.
You're okay.
You're
She's
okay.
got to go.
That transition that happens, and it's like we have to shift how we support, how we support and encourage them. But, as they say, you done good. You done good. You have done good. We do need to celebrate. We absolutely need to celebrate all of those milestones. It's something, we teach. We teach our our legacy about what it is that they can do, how to set themselves up for success. She's going into communication. I can't imagine how she might have been influenced by somebody in her family.
I can't even imagine.
I can't even imagine,
I
right?
know her dad is a social butterfly. He's a GM for Enterprise, and mom is an attorney. And so, all these people that are definitely out in the forefront, making it happen, doing some amazing things. And
That's
her
wonderful.
stepdad is a doctor, and her stepbrother plays for the Denver Broncos. So she has had a lot
Mm.
of, on my side. There's a humongous family. And this, she's like, oh, I got to go see my dad's side of the family. They eat, they cook, they do all of
Yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes.
So she's so diverse, and that's what we love about her is her diversity. So it was great,
Wonderful.
and I've got to redo this next year. I have another 17-year-old. She's just too tiny. She needs to grow some more. I told just keep her another 2 years. She's so tiny. She needs to grow. Give me some breathing.
Give
Give
you
me
some breathing
oh,
room. Oh
yeah,
my goodness. Oh my goodness. But they have such a great role model in you. And what I hear you saying is that, it came down. This is the legacy. When people talk about legacy, sometimes they get stuck in terms of, I I need to leave, this great inheritance, which is a good thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But if you show them how to walk the walk, okay?
right.
It's something, when I look back, the richness and my ability to do the things that I do right now are because I had great role models, right?
Absolutely.
All
It's
right. And that's what we're doing for our children.
foundation. Put that
Absolutely.
foundation in place. Show nothing but love.
Hmm.
Open door. Camille has the opportunity to share with me
Yes.
anything. And I'm like, how important is this? Do we need to go eat dinner? Because what are we discussing? So she gets it like all of my grandkids. And
Hmm.
I have four of them in the other room that I went and picked up earlier today. So and that door is open, having
Yeah.
that open door for
Hmm.
them to share, even if they feel, if I don't want to say anything to my parents, oh my gosh, it's great. Come tell grandma. And
Glam mom.
that I can share that with your parents, I'll make sure that it gets relayed.
I love it.
Never interfere in how my children raise their kids
Hmm. Hmm.
because the foundation is in place. I laid that foundation to
Yes,
where we
you did.
always open
Exactly.
door, and they always had my oldest daughter always had this thing, General Baylor in the house.
Ha ha ha. I don't know where she might have got that from.
I have no idea, but it stuck in her mind. The
Yeah.
talks that we would have, the sit down, the everything had to be orchestrated. If I'm a
Hmm.
single parent, we had to have rules. We had to implement those rules, and we had to abide by them. And those
Exactly.
were all key requirements for my kids. And they all had that training of outdoors. And we were raised in the country and lived off the land, knew how to plant
Mm.
garden and raised animals and horses and cows. And to this day, my son has instilled that in his daughter. And then his other little bitty ones, I saw the little one, 6-year-old, she was on a horse. I say, I don't want to see it. Though. Why is she on that horse? Get her down. She said, my
Hmm.
son's
Hmm.
like it's instilled in him, and he's pouring out to his kids.
So when I hear you say that, Miss B, and I see you continue that with that walk also with those of us that are not part of your official family, but just kind of just jumped in and just signed up and said,
Right.
"I'm with her. I'm with her."
sign, sign me up.
Yes, sign me up. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Bring it on.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. I know that you provide such great coaching, and I miss beyond coaching. It's just the love that you share and how you share it and how you share your gifts for success really make a difference. So I'm going to share a story. So there's always a story here. I met Miss
Tell your
B.
story.
There's always a story, and this is how we connected. So
Mhm.
I was being introduced to a company, and there was an informational gathering, and it was actually in an apartment complex where I used to live. And I was like, okay, like Tanya. It's right here. You don't even have to go anywhere. So I attended, and Miss B was there, and she hadn't even opened her mouth. It was just her presence in the room, and the joy in her speech, her greeting, was just so welcoming. And there was just this powerful presence. Okay. And it was just like, wow, I want to know what's going on. I want to know about this lady. And then she was sharing. I believe it was from one of your books, the book that I received. What is it? I Rise.
It's Rise Up.
Rise Up. I knew I was rising.
I,
Okay,
you are,
I knew I was on the come up.
right. Oh,
And it was just, she spoke from that so eloquently. And it was the experience that you shared was real. And
yeah,
that's what you've continued to do, to share
absolutely.
that experience. So tell us about what brought you to this place to share the work that you do.
Thank you, Tanya. And really, I do appreciate you having me. I know we shared you last Thursday, and it was so amazing.
Fun.
When I look back over my life, I look way back. And I think about the goodness and
Mm.
all that God has instilled in me. I I'm a nurse, and I've been a nurse for a very long time.
Ah.
So I was nursing at the same time, being a nurse. There was that entrepreneurship, that entrepreneur, that drive, that gift
Mhm.
that was in me, that me even going in any of my patients' room, my voice and my touch and my joy would, like, they would just
Heal.
get up, just
Heal.
get up, you know. And I thought, this is so good that my patients would come back and say, "Where's that nurse? She made me feel so good. She
Mhm.
just gave me joy, and she was so kind and so loving." I'm thinking that has to be, that's me in the raw, in the real. I love that about me. And I just started saying to myself, Tanya, that I love building, creating,
Mhm.
and showing other women what's inside of them.
Yes.
And let's elaborate and let's pull that out.
Mhm.
It's truly a gift of, and the visionary, that gift of seeing what's inside of people.
Yeah.
It just melts me to look at a woman and say, this is you. This is what you should be doing. And
Yeah.
they're like, that's exactly what I know. They just cry, like, really? How did you know?
That intuition, that wisdom,
Absolutely.
utilizing your gift. Utilizing your gift. So, and that's something that you do so very well. So even today, so this is my second time on StreamYard. And where I was managing, I was StreamYard on your show. And you had the whole thing, the videos and the whole thing. And I was like, oh my God, I got to do that when I grow up. I want to. I will. Watch me. Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm right. I love it. I've loved this platform. I loved how you use it. But you said to me today, I'll come on a little early because I want to see you succeed.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's
That's
isn't that
you.
that's out of the that's how many women do you know? I
Mhm.
can count them,
Yeah.
but we have to support each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you look good, we all
We
look
all
good.
look good.
You represent
Mm-hmm.
us as women.
Yes.
We inject $3.4 billion into the industry.
Say that again.
Why can't I invest in you by giving you the encouragement to
Mm-hmm.
say, let me see what we could do to help you succeed.
Yes. Yes. In just a very few coming from the first time we met, you've taken me under your wing. We've been business partners, we have collaborated, from a distance. It doesn't matter if it's Miss B, okay? Like, I got to be part of it, okay? Like, I don't even think twice. Look, I already have my appointment. I done called her, used one appointment already. I set another one up, okay?
She did, you guys, yes. And because there is something about where you're going, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
To go together, grow together.
Absolutely. That's so important, where we're demonstrating it here. And I've been very fortunate that in multiple enterprises, okay, an experience that I've had with women. And it's because I won't hang around another place if it's not like that, okay?
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
I ain't got to.
Yes.
What do they say? You want to look at the five people that are closest to you all the time. Yeah, they need to be tight because that's a reflection of me. That's a
Real
reflection of
tight.
you.
How
You
tight?
teach
Real
that.
tight.
Yes,
Yes.
you teach that. You teach that. So important. And I knew that when you said that, there was a certain assurance that, it was just this calm that came over me, that said, "Oh, okay, Miss B's she gonna work it out. How's she gonna help me work it out? All right." And that should duplicate itself, right?
Mm, yes.
In the communities that we serve, in the groups that we serve, we need to use our gifts and our intuition to help each other become successful, you know? So, Miss B, tell us about the kinds of programs that you've put together to help us become successful.
I love that. And I just want to tell everybody that we probably have really close to, I want to say, 50 nonprofits that's on the ground and
Mm,
doing very, very well. And when I say that, we brought them in as clients. We put together all of their paperwork, sent it in to the Internal Revenue, and then work with them as coaches. So,
wow.
as a nonprofit expert, that is like I could do that with my eyes closed. And again, last year, there was just something growing inside of me that I wanted to support women in a very powerful way,
Hmm.
which,
Hmm.
which, which a lot of women are out there. They're in that business, they're on that wheel, and they're just going, going, going. And they want the success.
Yes.
It's just sometimes not happening. And
Hmm.
I really sit down, really, when I tell you he ministered to me to come up with a program that represented women and
Hmm.
how they needed to succeed, called the 7 pillars of success.
Yes.
Because sometimes, Tanya, we're out there doing something that is not benefiting us.
Hmm.
It is not bringing value. It
Mm.
is not our calling. Some of us don't even know what our calling is and why we're here, much less why am I even doing this business that I don't even like. The
Yes.
first module is called Clarity of Vision. Who
Hmm.
are you? Just writing. And then for me, not only did I have that, I had to beta test it, to
Mm.
implement it, then execute it. Took a couple of months to really run through what really do I want to do with the rest of my life? Am I in the right business? And if not, show me what I should be doing
Yes.
so I can disengage, reset, get a plan, implement it. And that First module, clarity of your vision, that blows me away. Just
Yes.
how women will look at themselves and say, oh my gosh, I've been doing what I don't like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was in me because I was so busy wanting to be successful instead of really looking at what
Mm-hmm.
am I good at? How can I execute?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows who I am?
Right. And
Why am
that's so important. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but what came to me is that sometimes we don't get to that because we allow distractions to get in the way. Okay.
or the shiny object?
Oh, we're gonna talk now. We're gonna talk, right?
We're going to talk. I told you we was going to talk about it. So the shiny object, and you're chasing it. You're like, uh, I want to do that. That is not in your vision.
Mm-hmm.
Be crystal clear about what it is that you want for your life that bring value, that edifies, that lift you up.
Absolutely. And so what kind that shiny object? Let's talk about what are some of those shiny objects, Miss B? What are those shiny objects?
Well, it could be a number of things. You could call yourself a coach, but you're a trainer. And
Mm-hmm.
because you saw Tanya become a coach and Tanya looks successful, you you chase after that vision for
Mm-hmm.
yourself without stopping to go through this checklist. Is that my passion? Am I good at it? Do I have to get certified? Do I have to have training? What do I need to do to know that I know what I'm doing when I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
into becoming a coach? When, quite frankly, I am a trainer, I am a
Yes.
teacher,
Mm-hmm.
or a consultant, or a talk show host, or someone who want to do multi-level marketing and they have
Mm-hmm.
no sales experience,
Right. It's
and then
about
they
packaging
fail.
your brilliance, identifying it and packaging your brilliance in a way that works for you.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we do in the first module. We went so far to say that you will start looking at your life so different because now Tanya, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I may have to fire some of these clients. I've been working with them, they're not serving me. I may have to rethink this whole
Yes.
process and
Mhm.
repackage what I have
Mhm.
been doing with a little additives, a
Exactly.
little flavor of this. Because you suppressed your brilliance because you're so
Mhm.
busy pleasing other people, your clients. You actually don't even know who your clients are. And we show you that in the first module.
And that's the other thing, there's ships that are in the waters in your life. Okay. Relationships. Okay, with your, personal relationships, your business relationship, your relationship with yourself.
That all comes up in care and balance, which is the second module, because so many women have caused detrimental
Hmm.
damage to their body, their mind, their heart. They're sick, and they are not stopping to care for themselves, to balance themselves. How can you say you're going to be successful and helping someone else
Hmm.
when you're not caring for yourself, how can you care for your client when you're not caring for
Caring
yourself?
for yourself.
Say that again. How
Mhm.
can you care for your clients when you don't care for yourself?
Absolutely. We skip that. We miss that. And it's okay. But what happens is if we don't, and you said it earlier, it's foundational. unless we go through these steps. So, we clarify our vision, we take care with ourselves, we find that balance, which requires discussion and study. Then what comes next? Now what? Have I
Almost.
gotten there yet? Am I there yet? Are we there yet?
Are you there? Are you there? You may have to really work through these things to get to that care and balance. What do? You have to set those boundaries. And I'm going to get to
Mm,
the next one because you cannot say that, okay, I'll just get up in the morning and allow people to call me before 7 and just mess up my day. You got to put those boundaries in place to say, I am not going to do anything before 9 o'clock. I need
mhm.
to meditate. I need to be quiet. I need to read. I need to journal. I need to connect with myself
Yes, absolutely.
so that my day can be guided and go with the flow of the universe,
Mhm.
that I now can serve my clients in a powerful way.
Absolutely. Because when
And
we don't take care of ourselves, we're
yes,
not putting our best foot forward.
or the brilliance is suppressed, that
Ooh,
you need to coach your clients. How can you coach in you haven't had your spiritual
mm,
feedings and pouring into you and listening and hearing so that you could flow out to the clients?
absolutely.
I cannot tell you the next one that comes up, consistency.
Absolutely.
How can you now, and my content master writer, script writer, we went back and forth with this because it took me a long time to get it. Consistency for you is different than what consistency is for me.
All right, let's talk about it now.
I need to be consistent with bringing in clients, income, making sure that I am always having some sort of consistent income, being my category as a single woman,
Mhm.
breadwinner. My consistency could be different. If your husband supported you, that gives you a little room to kind of, well, I'm not going to work today because my husband, and that is the breakdown in the business. However, you have to step into the masculine role to be consistent. And we teach you how to balance that out because I can't have you going from care and balance and then you step into consistency and you're going, running, rush, talking. Oh, I'm out of breath. I haven't eaten. I haven't slept because I need to do this. So we break it down
Mhm.
for you. One of the things that we're doing is actually color coding your day.
Oh,
Okay, we're going to have a calendar of what happens here from 9 to 1. Stop for lunch, for a walk, for meditation, 1 to 4. This is what you're doing. In
mhm.
between, you're working on your business. After that, stop for coffee or chill down or just to read or prepare dinner. Some of us stay in front of this computer 8 to 12 hours a day.
Yes. I've been there, and that hasn't produced what I needed it to produce.
The consistency that you're looking for has to be broken down into
Plan.
strategic steps. And then that definitely have to be achievable within the next 2 days, the next 4 hours.
Mhm.
I'm going to do this. Really breaking it down and having that opportunity to say, wow, that felt so good because I got 3, 4 hours of work
Right.
consistently rather than stopping to answer calls. You're so tired that you crash. And now we're
Absolutely.
breaking your day down to where I really want to have a conversation with my mom. I really want to stop to just go for a walk. I want to really listen to some music. I've had this training that I want to stop and put that aside
Mm-hmm.
That is consistency for so many women. Rather than pouring your whole body and your mind and your soul into a project, break it down and
Yeah.
give yourself a timeline to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
important that you stop, take that break, take that opportunity so that self care and balance stays within those seven pillars of success. If
Mm-hmm.
it's deleted, you've already missed out on consistency.
Exactly. So you're building that foundation, building that house on shaky foundation. All right. And I'm going to tell you that it takes practice to do that. It takes practice to do that. And it's not that I haven't heard it before, and it's not that I haven't worked it before, but when I don't work it, it works me.
It works you. Mhm.
Okay. It works me, and I'm not as effective as I could be. And, I know because we're going to talk about it now, Miss B. Some people think, but I already do that. Okay. I already do that, and I still can't get this done. So I don't really need that. What kind of question would you ask someone who
That's
feels
a
like
great,
they
uh,
have it?
that's a great question because that puts you into the category of certainty. And when you're not certain about your direction,
Mm-hmm.
then that comes with sustainability. Your confidence isn't there. You're
Mm-hmm.
having some doubts. And we go back to the first module. The clarity
Right.
of your vision isn't there.
Isn't there?
There's
And
a
if it's
breakdown.
something that there are different pieces of this, as you break it down, that you might be more effective at than others. So maybe you can clarify your vision, okay, and you've got that, but you don't have your care and balance straight. All right. And it needs some work, and it needs some tools to help you figure out how to do that, right?
Absolutely. And the workbook, all the tools and the resources and the workbook.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have me to guide you through this program.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand where I had to put some things down, when I tell you, like flatline, that had to happen for me, or
Mm-hmm.
you find yourself burned out and you will sit with nothing to give
Right.
anyone. No one
Exactly.
wants to be burned out in their business, nor do you want to be burned out for a job that you're working. Because what
Exactly.
happens if you're burned out at a job? You
You're
don't
not
need
able to
a job,
produce, you're gonna get fired.
right?
Okay.
You're going to get fired. So you're actually firing yourself from your own company, from your own business.
I
If
used to say that to people. I didn't fire you. I just moved the action forward. You fired yourself. Um,
well,
and that's the same thing. So we need to be able to look at ourselves and assess ourselves and say, what if this is, do I need some more help with? And own, don't own what isn't yours, but you need to own what is.
and you're right, Tanya, because what you just said is so many of us don't have the discipline
Mm-hmm.
to stop saying what doesn't work, because that becomes your excuse. It has been there with you, which is why your success has been measured by what comes out of you.
Mm-hmm.
That usually is the excuse. This just isn't working
Right.
because you still are in the consistency in your actions
Mm-hmm.
that will flow. And then when you move into the conviction, to flow, just flow with the universe. You're trying to fit something into a bottle that it just doesn't fit. So you just
Mm-hmm.
have to stop doing. It's insanity to
Yes.
try and get all the wrong clients. You know they're not the right clients, They're not able to afford your services, so you lower your standard, not your prices. When you do your lower your prices, you're saying to yourself, I'm not worth this. I'm
Yeah.
not worth this amount of money. So
Hmm.
let me so Tanya, if I say $100, are you good with that? You good? When you know, you're like, wow, B, sure. But that doesn't make you feel good that
Hmm.
I gave you a price of $100 when you know I am worth so much more than that.
Exactly. It's the value of, where was I talking about that? I'm trying to say, maybe we're talking. Oh, I was talking about it with Michelle. Okay. Michelle McDonald yesterday. It's,
Yes.
we don't put the value on ourselves. And one of the ladies in the room is Jackie Caba Harrison. I was just on her show earlier, and we were talking about, how do we assign value to what it is that we bring to the table. Sometimes people don't see the value in that. I talked to Michelle about it yesterday, but what I hear you saying is that when you get this together, you do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay, and move along. You're setting the foundation so that when you speak and say, you know what, my services, my presence, it has this particular value, then that's what you stand on. And if you're not able to do that, then for this particular module or whatever, it's not for you, and it's okay. I have something else for you. It's just not this.
Absolutely. But you will know, even in the consistency module, who is your avatar,
Mm-hmm.
because you've been working for free and giving your service away. And that's where you are. So we create your avatar, your ideal client.
Mm-hmm.
Who should you be working with?
Yes.
And you are probably already working with the wrong clients already, which is why you're totally bummed out. You are not thinking straight. Your clarity is clouded. You're upset. Anxiety flows in. It's
Mm-hmm.
all of your busyness, as I said, is an
Yes.
opportunity for Satan to sneak right in there,
Mm-hmm.
cause your demise of your business.
Right.
You look at your bank account and you're in tears because you've been laying down the red carpet for your clients who are not your ideal clients to walk across on the red carpet, and you've been giving them so much and just to please them.
Right.
It just can't happen.
Mm-mm.
And you will get it when we create your clarity of your vision. We have tools, a lot of resources that we're going to work with you. You're going to learn how to set boundaries. All of the phone calls that are coming in, and you've been answering them, and you've been carrying other people's garbage and baggage. And they once they dump, once I'm like, is that the garbage truck? Oh gosh, it is. They're coming to get my trash. So I'm like, my trash got emptied this morning. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm not taking on anybody else's trash. Is this business? Is it personal? Because I have a time that I take personal calls. I have a
Mm-hmm.
time that I take business calls. And then I have emails. You can text me, you can email me. I don't always answer emails back because you got to stop to eat. You got to stop to do things for yourself and then pour into what? Your business.
Exactly.
Sometimes other people's business isn't your business.
Those distractions get in the way,
Oh,
and you can, even the surprises, you can plan for it to the best of your ability, but when you use the consistency, and you have a plan, and you understand what your flow is, you can even put those into perspective. It's not that you're ignoring other people, right?
it's really putting it into people respect you when they're in their prospective place.
Yes. Yes. And there's a way to do that.
Absolutely.
There
Very
is a way
no
to
heart.
do
You are everything has to be around the heart. And everyone who know me know that I talk to them from my heart.
that.
If
Hmm.
you'll get a text back because I don't know what you're going to talk about. So I don't want to get involved in a conversation that I'll have to tell you, hey, listen, I have another call. I'm getting ready to take another call.
Hmm.
If this is a conversation, we could talk about it later. And leave it there and be quiet and let that person acknowledge I
Hmm.
understand.
Right.
But if you never say that, Tanya, where's is your consistency with your own self? It's not even there. And you are coaching your clients and they're not paying you enough money to coach, and your consistency isn't cool with yourself. You're not there.
Hmm.
Make sense?
It makes sense. It makes absolute sense. And I can even see the taking that same model and implementing it in different parts of your life.
It's a personal, it listen, when because beta testing this, it was definitely something I needed for my personal life.
Hmm.
I can't be running around here looking at my bank account, having anxiety, having bills to pay, and everyone has piled everything on top of me because they have little respect for me because I've given them the go ahead, the green light.
Hmm.
Do what you want to do to me. I'll take care of it. No problem. And the warning light comes on. And that warning light, when it comes on, is not going to be good for anybody because you're fitting to blow a fuse, a motor.
But that's so true.
It's
That's
an
so
oil leak,
true.
and you're just leaking, and you're brain, and you are not running your business. Your business is running
Running
you.
you. Yeah, you become ineffective and you're just moving, but not moving on purpose. You know, not moving on purpose. I love that. I
I
just see
love it.
that. So I'm talk here. I have this mirror here, right? I keep a mirror here, so I'm talking to myself. What happens when you've fallen off? What happens when you've fallen off? All
So,
right.
Tanya, I love that. What happens when you fall off? You get to start back over again because
Hmm.
we're so hard on ourselves.
Yes.
So if I knew I had all these activities that were planned on yesterday, I look at my color coded calendar and I can move it. You're going to have to get up a little earlier because you do know you have to meditate, right?
Hmm.
Yes. So that means you're going to have to go to bed a little earlier in order to get the amount of sleep. You have those conversations with yourself while you're sitting there, and that's your downtime.
Hmm.
You either are journaling or you're like looking at your calendar and creating your day, because you could be talking on the phone to all your friends and all that, and that's not consistency
Right.
consistency with where you are wanting your life to go. So you have to make those strategic planning with yourself.
Hmm.
Talk
Yeah.
to yourself.
Hmm. Strategic planning with yourself. All right.
Yeah.
So we're in the flow with the universe. I like that. Using my energy on me so that I can give, so that I can give out. So now what? So what now what? Here we go.
Oh, when we get done with that, we've done the conviction to flow in the universe with the universe. Let's talk about confidence
Mm.
to increase your business. Confidence. Tanya,
Hmm.
we could say that we can do all things. We
Mm-hmm.
can say those words. Oh, I got this. Oh, don't worry about it. Lack of confidence isn't there. Do you have what it takes to do this job? And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have the confidence to start somewhere, your business is off track. The confidence to set boundaries, the confidence to know what your bottom line is, the confidence to say, this is my price. This is
Yes.
the cost of what it's going to take for you to work with me, whether it's 5 grand or 10 grand. When you have the confidence to stand in those shoes
Mm-hmm.
in a powerful way, no one can take anything away from you. Lack of confidence is what causes you to decrease your price
Mm.
and then say to people, I am of no value. So therefore, I'm going to lower the price of this, my coaching services or this product or my time. Because I always say I'm an added bonus when you get to talk
Hello.
to me.
And that's the truth, Miss B. Okay. It is. It
Because
absolutely
I'm
is.
gonna, right. There's going to be a breakthrough because I'm going to listen and then I'm going to let you tell me what you should be doing.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to give us some shout outs here. Jackie Kawahasan, she said, yep, the confidence is a must. She and I were talking about this like it hasn't even been an hour ago. It hasn't even
Wow.
been an hour ago. All right, we were talking about this, and I want to give a shout out to my boss, my mentor, my leader, Donna Pugh, Esquire in the house.
That's
Okay, yes. Let me tell you, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Yes. All of my sisters from the Etheric Touch, thank you for joining from Hustle Brand Slay, Miss June. All right, Carol, thank you. Everybody's giving us some hearts. It's so important.
it's so important. I cannot tell you how just even having a partner, and I had a partner, and her and I both just had to just, we went flatline
Mm-hmm.
because we were working for, working, the business was working us. And when we thought about it, when she had to take a back seat, she was in another country, pregnant, and had to go like in bed for 47 days plus.
Wow.
And when she was like, where's my partner? She, oh my gosh, I was left with all of this on my plate to really clean it up, which gave me the opportunity to really just put everything aside and
Mm-hmm.
reset.
Reset. You know, that's my word.
That's your word,
Reset.
reset. But not only that,
Man.
in the interim, I'm looking at my bank account, I'm looking at me, I'm looking at the broken heart, I'm looking at burnout. And I said, where do I go from here?
Mm.
And as I'm sleeping on it, I woke up with an epiphany of, you're going to write the program. Not only are you going to write this program, you've lived it. Now you're going to write it and beta test it.
Mm-hmm.
And having a clarity of, do you say to your business partner, this is the end of the road and I'm going to have to go solo?
Mm-hmm.
Do you say that, do I really want to be working with nonprofit clients? Are those really my clients? And what came out was, I'm a high performance coach. And I coach women who want to get to 6 to 7 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I know I have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I stay consistent? And the answer is, come with me hang out with me. Let's go through this module. Consistency really is the key to really stand in your category of six figures. If you want 5 grand a month, all of the modules have to come together. They're like glue, they complement each other to get to
Absolutely.
closing the sell. If confidence is missing, we want to find out why.
And it's that journey within.
It,
This
it's
is
going to
not
go
surface.
within.
Yes,
It's
this is
within.
not surface stuff.
No, it's like Tanya, if I have been in an environment where money was always an issue, that stays with me and it flows with me. How can I talk about money when I'm having an issue with
Mm-hmm.
it? So we have to bring in that module, closing the sell, because fear steps in when I say, I am going to, how do I tell this lady that I'm going to charge her $5,000 for my service? Because I'm a little afraid of closing the sell.
Right.
So you don't even say it. And that person has gone to somebody else that have the confidence to close the sale. They know that they are top notch and
Mm-hmm.
they're
They
coming at
do.
you. But every woman has gone through an opportunity to say, I'm certain that I could move your business alone and make it sustainable so
Yeah.
that you're close to sell. I'm guaranteeing you that if you go through each module and apply that and you stay with me in this program, and
Mm-hmm.
then you come back for coaching, maintenance to clear up some of these things that are you struggling with that's suppressing you, that you got this mindset. We
Mm-hmm.
change, shift the mindset.
That shift is necessary. And, many of us, we move at a different pace in doing that. However, it is essential that you go through the process. It's essential that you go through the process. It's not that any of this is rocket science, but you said something that was key: application.
You're
So
so right.
that's the differentiator.
Tanya, these words have been around for a decade.
Hmm.
They are a part of my vocabulary. Yeah, I'm a little out of balance, or I want to balance my life. I want to make sure I take care. Oh, I have the confidence, and I'm certain that you say all of these things. It is definitely a process of application
Yes.
to say that you confident to say, I applied this to my
Hmm.
life
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I did it for 6 weeks. How long does it take for something to be a part of your life?
Right.
You wake up every morning, you make your bed, you have your coffee. Those are things that are part of your life, right? You
Hmm.
meditate, you pray, you do all those things. What if you miss one day of making up your bed? Does that bother you?
Because my
Oh,
mom is still whispering in my ear.
that bothers you. And so if it's centered around you, why that would bother me. But you do everything else for your clients to please them. But when it comes to your business and your personal,
Mm,
you skip a step or you don't even look at it. Or you
okay,
like, I'm going to skip all of this. I'm going to close the sale. And then you are bummed out.
been there. Half stepping.
I would say that within the 7 pillars of success, you have done a lot of half stepping.
Hmm. Hmm. And that's what has. I forget who I was talking to. I don't even know, because I've had so many and I love it. I love having the conversations.
I know you do.
I love having the conversations because, at the end of the day, it's all about me.
But
And
look,
I want the enrichment that I'm getting, and I need to hold up that mirror and what is it that I can do differently? But at the end of the day, okay, I come to it with an open mind, and I own what's mine, and I don't own what somebody else's. Um,
no,
and I need to make the change. You need to set the boundaries. You need to decide what kind of lifestyle that you want. You need to make those decisions. It's you. And when you come to that and you avail yourself of the services, the process, being able to hit reset, going back in, working together, knowing your value, who you can work with, those are the differentiators. All right. But you've got to set those things in place. All right. If you don't take action, then you don't think you're valuable and all of that. And you have to give yourself grace as well.
yes, you do, Tanya, and that's so. Oh, I get so over the top in saying, where was this program? Why didn't I follow every step? I am so much happier. Things are flowing. I love the word flow, just flow.
Me too, girl.
I love what my bank account has become. I love with that, the bank account, I love who I have become with boundaries in place,
Mm-hmm.
consistency. I feel confident. I feel more confident than I've ever felt before. It was a hard time going live and showing up and being able to be transparent.
Mm,
Some of us are in business and we're not transparent with ourselves. We mask to show other women, I am successful. Why? Oh, I have $1,000 in my bank account, but when I show up at a networking meeting, I probably look like $1 million, but
yeah,
it
we do.
doesn't represent your business.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you stand in consistency, that's the conviction to flow. Because if you're not transparent with yourself, you shouldn't be out there representing yourself inadequate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we just got hey, Laverne Denise, an amazing, amazing hypnotist and editor. Oh my God. I love Lala. She says,
Yeah,
love the 7 pillars. Care and balance are important to me. So this
I,
is another lady that also owns her singleness and how it is that you can thrive in singleness. But if you look back at it, I know Lala, give me some comments. You had to stop and reflect on that and own that.
I wish we could have some comments from her because
Yes.
the key and tell that is my favorite, care and balance. And I'm going to be so transparent with you guys that in 2000, I received a diagnosis of stage 3 breast cancer.
Mm,
What that tells me that I have to stop. Here it is, 2020. So it's 20 years. So
mm.
I believe I've implemented
Amen.
care and balance. But I'm going to tell you, there were times when I fell down. There were times when I forgot. There was time when I didn't drink water, or I didn't stop to breathe, I didn't stop to meditate. A
Woo.
lot of anxiety around my clients because they were the wrong clients. So I had a lot of that happening here in 2017, 18, 19. I stopped to write the course and to beta test it. So it took me almost 8 months to beta test each pillar. We're having the workbook, the resources, the tools. What does
Mm-hmm.
it take to help me to be consistent? I felt like a color coded calendar, really standing in your feminine.
Yes. Go ahead now.
where I don't have to be the man and wear the pants and beat myself up and go and do all these things. And you can't breathe because no one was going to come and take care of me and wash my clothes and do all of that. So I stayed in the feminine realm and
Mm,
still was consistent.
yes. So walk, find a place and walk in your place of power.
And that could be in the feminine realm.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
where I'm most successful, please.
But we think that we have to be that manly, I gotta go, do this, do this, do this. No, we break it down.
And part of that issue in terms of part of the issue in terms of understanding that you can walk in your feminine power, okay, and that is your power.
Voila. Say that. Da-da.
Okay, that is your power. and
Yeah.
and the men do what they do, and I applaud them and I support them and all of that, okay, but we have been distracted by the lies in the patriarchal society that indicate that you have to do it a certain way. Well, obviously, take a look around. You ain't got to look far to see what a mess that got us in,
Uh,
okay.
woo.
I mean, and you can look anywhere and see that. Okay.
You're
Walking in confidence and your femininity and knowing
right.
how to use that femininity and operate in that. We are goddesses. I'm like so straight up a goddess, and I'm just now really operating in that. Okay.
Required for me to be a goddess and a queen. And
Oh,
what
please
does
don't get
Bea
me
Baylor
started.
need? What do I
Yeah.
need to be sustainable? What do
Mm,
I need to be certain that I am okay, that I am feeding the body, the
yes.
soul, the mind? I'm giving me whatever I need. And it's okay to love me and treat me as a temple to
Mhm.
pour into me. It is okay.
It
I'm
is
going to do
okay.
my business. I'm going to stop and breathe and take care as mothers and wives. We do have duties to care for our children and our husband. But if you are getting up early in the morning and because you got to do all these things and you have no direction, then you are allowing your business to take over your house, your mind, and your soul. We need every woman to have a business. I think you should.
Well, they
But you
do. Yeah,
have to
they just don't
start,
see
yeah,
it.
feeling
And
confident.
here's the thing. I love that you said that. Okay, so and I just want to highlight some comments that Laverne Denise has made. Okay, she said it's okay to value and love yourself, and she made a profound decision, and 40 years later, she has no regret because she clarified what she wanted. She understood care and balance. She's consistent. She's convicted in doing that. And she stands up and talks about the value in her singleness, the value in her business and walking in it and doing the things that sustain that decision with no fear. Okay. It's not easy. Okay. But when you
I,
can get up and talk about it,
yes, it's not. Because if I had to really sit down in a private setting to tell the women what I endured, what came up, oh,
mm,
there were a lot of tissue and Kleenex, and I'm just going to have to sit this one out today
yes.
because the conviction of trying to pull against, that's not going to work, or you shouldn't do it that way. But I promise you, when I got back up the next day, and you good, I'm good. Okay, we're gonna do this, and
Mm-hmm.
it just worked because you get in the way
Yeah.
of wanting it to work your way and just pushing it into it don't fit. So stop it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's actually, that's the going with the flow. But and as you implement the steps and you do the program, and you take action on it, then you're stronger and stronger and stronger in what it is that you're doing, and to getting to your end goal. you know
The end goal. And it took a little bit more. If I had to say, I brought on a coach, a chakra, to deal with some things around my heart, to deal with some
Mhm.
things there was kind of a breakdown in my systems. I was 7 in this area, from here to heart to here,
Let's talk
mindset.
about it. Let's talk about that chakra, baby.
What was, whatever was in my heart, it was pouring outward. It was blah, and whining and complaining,
Mm-hmm.
guilt, shame. It's a shame when you look in your bank account and there's no money there. That's
Yes, please.
shame comes upon you. And
Mm-hmm.
then you're looking at your husband and he's like, show me the money. You don't want that shame to be upon you,
Mm-hmm.
because your husband believe in you. So you need to show up for yourself. If you have the believers there, the cheerleaders, and a lot of emotions are involved in your business
It's such a journey because you bring yourself to work every day, right?
every day.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to leave me home sometimes.
Yeah,
But
because who's riding with you? You.
yes. Ooh. Yes, yes, yes. What was that song? I'm riding dirty. Never mind.
Who's rolling with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
hello. And that really is important. You said something, there that was important. You need to break it down. Okay, you need to break it down, to be unashamedly, unapologetically, who you are. Recognize where you are. Recognize your mistakes. Okay, give yourself grace. All
Oh,
right, give yourself grace, girl.
it is okay. If I could tell you how many times I failed
Mm.
and I would get back up and
Mm-hmm.
fell again, but I
Mm-hmm.
had those systems in place.
Yes, absolutely. And that's so necessary. Okay. Laverne said it's true. We talk ourselves, okay, wherever we go. All right. We take ourselves wherever we go. True. It's like, is she back again? Like,
Is that a rabbit? Is that a rabbit hole? Okay, let me go down that rabbit hole with the other folks.
mm,
They went down the rabbit hole, and we're always chasing something, something
yeah,
glitter, and we always think that's not where you need to go. So you need to
to
get
unload that, to unload that. It's our shadow selves, the shadow of us. Ocean Tula the Enchantress. She talks about dealing with those shadows. Okay,
yes,
dealing with those shadows. They're
yes,
there.
they are
Okay,
there.
they are there, and unless we, do the things that we need to do in order to bring ourselves up, then we're carrying burdens we don't necessarily need to carry. All
Now,
right.
mm,
And those are the things that get in the way. Those are the things that get in the way. That's why I'm saying that we can talk. So I'm going to tell you right now, when I was preparing for this, we need to have like, a show where we like, so we're alluding to things right now and
yes.
situations that we've dealt with, because we ain't got time to go into it. But we're
Oh,
gonna have a talk. Okay, I'm gonna dish the tea so that people understand. Okay, I don't look like what I've been through. You don't look like what you've been through.
only if you could have known me, if I had some time, I could tell you about one module,
Okay.
certainty and sustainability.
Mm,
When you like, I'm going to lose something, I got to give up something. It's not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks gonna just have something to say about you, B. But I want you to focus on where I'm going to take you.
Mm-hmm.
If you could do that, and just that humble vulnerability was key, just being vulnerable to the process.
Yes. Woo. Girl, don't we getting ready to have some church up in here. Be
Right.
vulnerable to the process.
You have to.
Yeah. We ain't
Oh,
get these grades. These grades didn't come easy. It
oh,
didn't, and that's the gift of wisdom, and I'm so
yes,
grateful for that.
that's graceful. So
Yes.
graceful.
Yeah.
Then the universe, when you're open and you are vulnerable, the universe pours into you.
Mm-hmm.
This talks with Tanya. You're looking at, this is great. When I saw you do this, I saw sheer success. I saw you operating in a passion because the process was working for you.
Mm-hmm.
To other people, they didn't see behind the scene because you had a process and a passion
Mm-hmm.
that just flows.
Yes.
Everyone knows that something's wrong other than you. If you stay to the plan and the process and you keep consistent with talks with Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
where else can it lead you?
Absolutely.
Certainty
Oh
and
yeah.
sustainability of this is a brand that it's not the color, it's not your logo, it's your face
Mm.
represents you.
Mm.
It's broken, nothing is out of place. You are perfect in the
Oh,
eyes of people who don't know what you've been through to
mm.
get to this point.
To get to this point.
Because you have a clarity of where you want to go.
And you can ask me earlier today. I'm so glad you said that. Thank you, Miss B. Thank you so much. This isn't easy, but it's not work. This isn't easy, but it's not hard. It's not hard. It's work. It's
Absolutely.
not hard. Being myself is the best thing that I can be. It's gotten me this far. When I've tried to perpetrate a fraud, that didn't work so well. It didn't work so well because it's so much easier just to be me because I don't have to think.
Because you're going to end up with the wrong man if you perpetrate a fraud.
Girl, that's that other show talking about, girl.
And I'm like, you see me now? You like me? You may not like me later, but this is who I am.
This
I'm
is who I
great
am.
parent.
And that whole thing. So when you follow these steps, okay, and this process, everything changes. Okay. So you upgrade yourself. Okay. You upgrade your business, your clientele, and everything else. Okay. Everything else in your surroundings, okay, needs to be upgraded. All
Uh,
right.
why are you preaching?
So I know I told y'all we had this thing. Like it's like,
You know, some folks don't want you to upgrade.
girl, please. See ya.
So you, you're going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
Because that one pillar that gets like out of kilter
Mm-hmm.
is not going to get you to closing that $10,000
Right.
sale because you have some folks behind you saying, "Oh, Tanya, you can't do that. That's not going to work for you. Why
Mm-hmm.
are you doing that? Who told you to do that? Why? It's just not going to work for you. I wouldn't do it if I was you."
Right. Mm-mm. No. This is what that watch me. Like, I'm so excited that I've gone to this platform and I can put up little flyers and stuff like that. It's getting ready to come. It's getting ready to come. Y'all, I'm just,
The
I'm,
opportunity is endless of where you always belong. You see, because I believe that when God created you, He put something in you, and if you haven't elaborated and it hasn't come up and out, and you're not walking in that, you better ask yourself, why am I here?
that's right.
You still have time. I mean, I had to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
age and stop to say, "Ooh, you've been doing some great things. That's nice, B, but you still are you undercutting yourself. You're
Yes.
like selling yourself short."
Exactly. Exactly. So let's talk about, okay, so let me get to this. Let me get to this banner without let's see if I can get here. Talking about, what am I putting up? The 7 pillars.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we have here. All right. So coming soon is our opportunity, all right, to take the 8-week intensive group for only $397 with an added bonuses valued at $4,700. We have the 7 pillars of success. All right, 7 pillars of success. Here we have them. They've been scrolling down the whole time. Clarity with your vision, care and balance, consistency for actions, conviction. This is my favorite. Conviction to flow with the universe, because that's really, I think that's the ticket once you figure it out. Confidence to increase your business growth, certainty for sustainability, and closing the sale with no fear. Closing the sale with no fear. I like that. And
Oh,
look at this. Look at this. Now, let me get to the next banner. Ta-da! We have here, make sure I get this. All right, let me undo this thing here. Okay. Your clarity for coaching success. All right, folks, you can book your free clarity session today with Miss B. All right, I'm already on the schedule for on the 12th, so don't even go in. My appointment is booked. All right. You can go to bit.ly Clarity Sessions 2020. All right, you'll be working with Bea Baylor coaching with the big time helicopter, okay? See that? Okay. High performance coaching. We're talking business. We are talking business with Miss B. That is wonderful, Miss B. That is so rich. Did I
thank
do
you.
that good? Did I do good?
Oh, honey, I feel real good. I'm like, because just to get women to understand that, I would love to bring in 15 women into this launch, 15 to bring into the launch. You guys have an amazing price, because after this, it's going to go
You know
skyrocket
that. You know
well
that.
over $2,000 to
Mhm.
get into this, because I'm
Mhm.
bringing in top notch coaches from Harvard. I am bringing in an attorney, a financial guru to really walk through this. Those are added bonuses that you're getting. And when you get high performance, that means we're looking at your bottom line. And
Yes.
if it's in the red, you want to bring that bottom line to a consistent sustainability income so that you can be part of society and be able to inject money into your business.
Mhm.
Bring
Mhm.
that correct clients, bring in the type of money that you are worth.
Exactly. And this is going to work regardless of what kind of business that you're in, because these are really basic foundational things with the added tools to be able to execute on them.
We can say, I have a clarity of my vision all day long, but if there's no process, you see, I brought in top-notch people to help with the process and the tools and the resources.
Right.
When I say that I have an attorney that's working on the script, she's also working behind the scene on the process of
Hmm.
that. A
It is.
successful attorney that
Right.
left left her job of being an attorney to open her own business. And so she see into the bigger picture of
Hmm.
what any woman can have
Right.
through those modules. Because when you're out of balance and out of care, nothing else matters.
Exactly. Exactly. This is something that, it's like you need to examine yourself. If you want to, be exposed to this, if you understand the value that it could bring you, then that's something that you can do. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful, but here's, a proven strategy at an amazing price. All right. And we talked price today. Jackie Sabin talked about, well, how are you monetizing this? Okay. How? That's a big question. There
Yeah.
isn't a meeting or a conference or anything that I've been to in the past month, all right, where that hasn't been a topic of conversation. How do you do that? And here we have 7 pillars and the support and a way to make that happen. Miss B, okay, now when we come back, all right, whoo, when
Juicy.
we come back, it's
Right.
juicier.
Really, really, because I love that the word monetize,
Mm-hmm.
because you're in beta testing. And when this monetization comes, people are going to want to pay you, Tanya, just to be on your show.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more than the show. That, and we'll talk because it flows out of that vision I see for other
Mm-hmm.
women. I see it for you.
Yes, yes, yes. I saw this. I'm going to put this up here. Hopefully, yeah. Oprah Winfrey. I've been following Oprah Winfrey when she was Oprah and nobody knew her, and she was a reporter, street reporter in Baltimore. Okay, to having her own network, create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, because you become what you believe. You become what you believe. And that's the thing. We don't often believe high enough. Okay.
Mm.
So we find difficulty in asking for, the value of who we are. Yes, we have to invest.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we have to invest, but invest in ourselves first, invest in our mindset, all of these things. See, when I talk about Talks with Tanya, it really is to help, you know, women, people get to that whole life success, mind, body, spirit, emotion, your soul.
Right.
Okay. All of those things need to be fed. Miss Bay, girl.
I love, love, love how you represent your brilliance, your professionalism,
You're so sweet. Thank you.
all make me just warm and fuzzy to know that I'm honored to be on your platform. To be a guest here is a honor. It was
I
something that I felt like I earned your trust in me in order to come and be a part of your show.
Thank you, Miss B. Can't wait to have you back. Okay, we're gonna be dishing the tea. Ooh, I got some juicy topics, more juicier topics for us too.
Yes, and oh, we had an amazing time on Thursday. I
We
think I
we did, and we talked about important topics, women's mental health, and that is so important. And this is one of the things that really lends itself to that, because
yes,
we need the tools to be able to build, to build ourselves up. We want you to be part of our program. We want you to be part of the program, uh, but regardless of what it is that you choose to be whole.
choose to be whole, if
Choose to
nothing
be whole.
else.
choose to be healthy,
Yes.
in that. Miss B, thank you so very much for joining
So,
us. Stay in the green room. I just want to bring some closing comments. You're loved. Don't go away. Don't go away. All right, folks, thank you for hanging in there with us today. It was an amazing show. I appreciate Miss B and what she has shared with us. Don't forget, and I'll make sure that I include, the contact information in the notes for today, in the comments for today. A couple of things I want to continue to highlight. Thank you, Laverne. Thank you. You got to come back on. Got to come back on. Women of the World Investing in Tomorrow's Leaders. There's a virtual Zoom, fundraising Zoom on May 27th at 7 p.m. All right. Making sure that we support this organization who is making a huge difference in the lives of young women here in America and in Africa. Where the practices are such that, because these young women don't have the little bit of money that it takes in order for them to be educated, they are basically being sold, as child brides. And, their lives are ruined as a result of that. So that's going to be a great fundraiser. They have some amazing speakers. And Bungai is in charge of that. So we're going to continue to bring that. This is important as well. Absentee ballots. Make sure that you are going to Google for your particular state, using your absentee ballot power. In the state of Delaware, the deadline is May 29th. I believe it's the same in Maryland, but don't sleep this. If I need to explain to you why it's important to vote, I don't know where you've been. I'm just going to leave it at that. Next month, I'm going to have some amazing guests come on, some of the local politicians. We're going to have the former state senator of the state of Oklahoma, Constance Johnson, who was my college roommate at UPenn. She just recently ran for governor of Oklahoma, and she's going to bring us some timely topics. Also, our state representative in Delaware, Sherry Dorsey, she's going to be on board and come and bring to us some information about how important it is. This is no joke this time. Exercising our right to vote and completing the census are two things that we're being distracted from, and we shouldn't. And I also want to highlight, women's health is critical. We can't do anything unless we have our health intact. Protect the Jewel is a sponsor of ours. You want to make sure that, when you know better, you do better. So go to protectthejewel.com, get the information about doing everything you can to support your feminine health. One last announcement I have, Coach M in Hustle Slay Launch. She has a wonderful business essentials bundle, her Passion to Profit program. If you're in Hustle Slay Launch, all right, you'll want to make sure that you jump in there and look at what that bundle brings you. Again, more tools and resources in order to build your business. All right, so I've got my commercials out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Talks with Tanya will be back again on Saturday. All right, Saturday, Talks with Tanya. And our special guest is Rose Brown, and she is the therapist accountant. Amazing young woman, followed up by Erica Reed, who is a certified mental health specialist. We're still in that month. She has great tips for us to manage the stress, because remember, we have to reset. We need to re-enter. All right. And we can rise as a result of that. So thank you very much for joining me. Y'all stay inspired. You're loved. Take care now. Bye.